Yeah, what's up, everyone? This is Devin Slavin, and we are here for the live stream on the Online Course Creation Summit, Day 4. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. As you know, with the live streams, we go over a couple of things, highlights of the day's interviews and presentations from top online entrepreneurs and course creation experts. We've got 4 new ones released for you that we're going to talk about today. We've also got a few tips and discussion points for course creation. We've got our contest, which we will be giving away an epic prize today, another epic prize, and probably a couple other things. So I should probably check, can you hear me and see me? If so, type in the chat that you can hear me and see me. And I'm bringing up the chat right now on my other page here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Cool. All right, there we go. Let's see. Boom. All right, cool. Looks like we're good. So here we go. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to say before we get into talking about the interviews from today, want to mention that if you are coming to this feed somehow from the and you haven't been a part of the summit so far, I just want to say welcome, and that you should go right over to onlinecoursecreationsummit.com and sign up there for free. You just enter your name and your email, and you're going to get access to our a ton of free interviews with speakers who have come together to share with you how to design, build, and launch your own world-changing online course successfully. And if for some reason you're not sure why you might want to learn about launching an online course, well, I'll just tell you a little bit about it. I'm sure most people who are watching this are already in on this boat with me, but basically, online courses are one of the best ways for us to take our passion and our expertise in what we do in life and bring it online and package it in terms of training courses that help people have a certain result in their life, a result that they're aiming to achieve, that they want to have. And you're helping them get that. And while you're doing that, you can reach a global audience and you can make great money doing it. So that is one of the main reasons, a lot of the main reasons behind online courses, but of course there's so much more with e-learning, things like that. So make sure you make sure you get on the full access to the summit by going to onlinecoursecreationsummit.com. Now I should clarify, when I say full access, I actually mean full access to the rest of the free interviews. If you want complete access, you can go to onlinecoursecreationsummit.com/upgrade. We've got an upgrade package for you where you get access to all 40 interviews with speakers instantly. You get access to the MP3s to listen in on the go. We have transcripts that are coming soon, so you can actually read through, take really easy notes on all of the interviews. We have special master classes that are exclusive to this group that some of our speakers are going to be working with us to go further than the summit can go on its own on course creation. So there's even bonus online courses that you normally have to pay for to get in the members all access pass area. So again, onlinecoursecreationsummit.com/upgrade will get you there. So I think the last thing I want to say housekeeping wise before we actually talk about today's interviews is just that if you are not already in our Facebook group, the free private Facebook group for the Online Course Creation Summit, you can go to onlinecoursecreationsummit.com/Facebook and it will redirect you to the right page on Facebook, or right group, so you can join. It's free to join, and it's where a ton of discussion is happening about online courses and where we're announcing things, and you can talk to some of our speakers who are free to show up and engage there. So lots of cool things happen. And then after the summit, which is going through June 17th next week, the summit goes all the way through June 17th. And after that, that page or that group is going to convert to a summit, or not a summit, it's going to convert to all things online course creation, where we're going to be able to share updates. We're going to get feedback on ideas, you know, this is going to be your group really to engage, and you know, it's there to support you. So just wanted to plug that. And with that, I will stop making announcements and things like that, and let's dive into talking about today. So all right, so here we go. What do we have here? All right, today, so we again are day 4 of the Online Course Creation Summit. And I don't think I mentioned earlier in this, but basically we have, each interview is released for free for 48 hours. So every day, Monday through Friday during the summit, we're releasing 4 new interviews that are available for 48 hours. And basically, that's the time you can just go to the page and you can get access for 48 hours. After that, it locks back down to only the all access pass members. But so today's presentations and interviews include Greg Smith, who's founder and CEO of Thinkific, awesome online course platform to host your courses. And he has a course, he has a presentation interview with us for pricing your course, right? Going beyond the guesswork and pricing your course to succeed, to win. And we're gonna talk all about Greg's interview. Great presentation he brought with us. And then next up, number 2 for today, we have Morgana Ray, morganaray.com. She is talking about 2 different things that kind of weave together. What we couldn't just have her talk about one thing because she has success in multiple areas. So we talked about, she is a specialist in our relationship to money and recreating, doing inner work and outer work with money so that we can have the relationship to money that we want, to have abundance in our lives. But she also has had a lot of success with online programs as well. And we talk about different tiers of courses and basically how you can link them all together. So you want to check that out. Next up, we have Matt McWilliams. MattMcWilliams.com is his website, and you guys got to check his stuff out. He's talking about how to have high leverage course launches and using the power of affiliates and joint ventures. So definitely got to check that out. Affiliates and joint ventures are so key to online courses and launches. So absolute must see that one. And we'll dive into details in a bit. But then there is Jared, or last but not least, Jared Morris of Rainmaker Platform, which is also a great online course hosting platform that you should check out. And he's talking about quick course creation with the Rainmaker Platform. And really he actually does a demonstration of all the cool things you can do with Rainmaker. He also talks about more than just how to create a course with Rainmaker. He talks about really what it takes to successfully launch a course in 2016. Some of the things of just highlights of having a successful business, not highlights, keys to having a successful online business in 2016. So it goes beyond Rainmaker in that interview, so definitely check that out. So those are our 4 interviews of today. Definitely want to catch them before they expire, and they will be expiring, let's see, they were released this morning or late last night, so they will be expiring tomorrow. That's Friday the 10th at midnight Pacific time, right around there. They will not be available anymore, so make sure you catch them by that time if you're on the free plan. And again, if you're on the all access plan, you can watch it as much as you want, and you can download the MP3s and check it out. So let's talk a little bit about the highlights here for today's episodes, just in case you don't know which ones you can tune into right now today before they expire. So Greg Smith, awesome guy. So glad to meet him. Sarah Cordner actually introduced me to him. Thank you so much, Sarah. And he has an awesome presentation that basically handles this big challenge that you get into when you're creating an online course. Something that's sometimes not necessarily an expected challenge. You might, want to create an online course and know that, oh, I'm just going to charge $97 for it, or I'm just going to charge $497 for it. You just, you think sometimes when you get into it, and then you realize there's all of these factors that go into pricing. What is my competition, if there is any competition, charging? What are they including in on it? Am I going to be doing an affiliate marketed program? Because then I'm going to have to calculate in a percentage for them. There is, there's testing different prices. There's so many different things. And Greg handles the whole conversation in a way. I mean, you're still going to have to do some of the research and the work for yourself, but he basically lays out the psychology of pricing and also some key factors to consider when you're pricing your program. So that I really love that. I mean, right there, I'm just going to be straight up with you that a lot of the stuff that he covers there, that's stuff that, we go further in depth, but that's the stuff that I'm training people in my Course Creators Bootcamp. So, it's amazing to see what free content he is making available to you guys here. So definitely check that out. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to highlight about Greg's presentation? So he's talking about it. Yeah, I just want to say, the thing that I think I saw this in the Facebook group already, a comment on this, that what's really cool is he is behind Thinkific, which there's thousands of courses that he's able to view the data on, right? So he's seeing what is working out there, what's successful, and he's bringing that information back into this. So that's a huge help to us as course creators right there. So definitely check out his interview. And next, let's talk a little bit about Morgana Ray's interview here. Again, breaking through money blocks and multi-tier course suite. So on the money side of things, really interesting. I just think Morgana, what she's bringing to the world is so needed because we have, I think a lot of us have some really, a lot of us have a strange relationship to money. I think there's so many things happening around us, so many things and ideas we inherit, so many beliefs that we create or take on when we're young about money. And one of the things, Morgana talks a lot about this and talks about how we actually cultivate like our own relationship to money, and that we can really we can change that relationship with going inward, doing work, shifting the way that we're relating to money. She talks about some of the exercises and some of the ways to do that in the interview. So really want to check that out, because as course creators, you do not, excuse me, do not want to have, your hangups about money. If you have any, you don't really want your hangups about money to be impacting your course, right? The thing about the most important thing with your course is that it's getting out there and that you're changing lives, right? I mean, that's really what online education's about. That's really what online courses are about. I think so, at least. And so you don't want your money hangups getting in the way, especially if let's say you're doing a free training webinar and you are about to, excuse me, sell your program, and then you get into some funky feeling about feeling guilty for what you're charging. We don't want that to happen. So Morgana talks about some things on how to deal with that. And excuse me for 1 second. She, gosh, she also talks about different levels, the opportunity that we have for different levels of types of courses. We have our free courses, free content that can touch many lives, and anyone who has access to them can join. Doesn't cost them anything. You can make a difference in their lives that way. And then lower priced courses where you can reach more people, but maybe there isn't necessarily as high of an impact in that course, only because you're putting more higher impact things in your other courses or even your one-on-one coaching. So she has some really interesting like specific examples of her experience with that, which I think is so great to hear from her about that. And I was going to just say right now that it's especially great to hear from her because she's been so successful with it. And then I just remembered right now that in our interview, she actually talks about success and how you can redefine success and how it's important to have a holistic view of success. So I won't say anything else because you just need to check out the interview, but that's a quick summary of Morgana Ray's interview for the Online Course Creation Summit. So grateful to have her. And next up, we have Matt McWilliams, mattmcwilliams.com. He's talking about high leverage course launches and the power of affiliates and joint ventures. Now, this is another great thing for all course creators to get their thoughts around, their thinking around when they're doing a launch. And I really recommend not to go too far down the path of you know, worrying about this while you're just starting out with your course. But you know, when it comes down to launching your course, probably in most cases, there's two things that are going to be most effective. The number one is going to be your actual audience, right? The following, the people that you've engaged with before, to that you've provided value with. Maybe you have done, maybe they're on your email list, or they've been subscribed to your blog, checking out your blog, or maybe they're in your Facebook group. Just all of the different people that you've already engaged with, those are going to be your number one people that are going to want to take your course. Excuse me again. Right? They already love what you're doing, so they're great people. Now, the second best is going to be from joint ventures and affiliates, people that are going to promote your course to their audience. And what that does, they're basically endorsing your work, and the amount of the what do you want to say? I'm using this technical term, conversion, but the actual amount of people that go from seeing that to signing up with you is very high compared to other types of advertising. And in this interview, Matt McWilliams talks about some of the things that the hangups that people have around internet, in affiliate marketing and joint venture partnerships. He also, and so how you can just kind of erase those hangups and get through it, including one of the things, you know, some people say, I have to give away this big percentage of my my course tuition to the affiliates that promote for me. But he makes the point that 100% of the income that you'd be having from affiliates is bonus, and you're not actually paying affiliates until someone signs up, versus other forms of advertising where you pay first and hope someone signs up. So he talks a lot about this. He talks about, you know, in my experience from learning a lot of different things about course launches and online marketing, he's sharing some really high level stuff in this interview that you'd normally have to pay for to learn. This is hard to find information, especially geared towards courses. So got to check it out. I could probably talk all day about affiliate launches and joint ventures, but this is an essential thing to understand for course creation, in my opinion, and highly recommend you check it out. So very cool. So grateful to Matt for joining us for the Online Course Creation Summit and enriching our courses that way. And next up, let's talk, or last, we have Jared Morris, rainmakerplatform.com. Like I said, he is one of the people behind the Rainmaker platform, which is pretty much an all-in-one. It's like a place where you can host your website and you can build courses, and you basically run your whole business from it. He goes into details about all the features with it. I'm not able to do it, but you can check it out at rainmakerplatform.com. And you know, the first part of this interview, Jared and I talk about, you know, it's before we get into the nuts and bolts of actual course building with Rainmaker, we talk about a bunch of cool things, like what is actually working with online business in general, how to stand out, what kind of experience you need to provide. And, you know, yeah, so there's a lot of cool tips in there, just about like at that overarching view of what does it take to do online business. And then we talk about courses in particular. And one of the things I wanted to highlight, while just since you're here listening to me before you go check out his interviews, he talks about a couple of things with, you know, what we can do to stand out. And one of the things, I believe, this is just off the top of my head, by the way, is creating a experience with customers, with our students, that will basically is integrated and customized to them. You know, you're not basically sending them every single update that, you know, for every single program, but you're fine tuning it so that the right message reaches the right person, and it only goes that way. So that's one thing that's key to know, is just that customizability, and that's what Rainmaker, one of the things that Rainmaker offers. The other thing you mentioned was actually the use of quizzes, both as you generate interest in your program, but also to help the retention of your students. You know, I think quizzes are picking up a lot with online courses. I think back in the day, courses didn't really have quizzes, and now people are realizing that participants actually get more from the experience when they have a quiz at the end of a module. They retain more, and then you can even use quizzes to develop certifications if you want to add that. So that's one of the things Jared talks about. And then he straight up, right in front of us, on the screen share, talks about how, or he shows us what it takes to set up your course in Rainmaker. And one of the things that looks really great about Rainmaker is that you can just, you know, lay out your modules, put it all together in one place. It's like all in one, so you know, you don't really have to worry about how it's connecting to everything else. It's all in one place, both your lead generation and your sales pages and your courses are all in one spot. So definitely check out that interview. Super grateful to Jared for taking the time to join us for the Online Course Creation Summit and represent Rainmaker platform. Really, really awesome stuff. So that's the recap of day 4 on the Online Course Creation Summit. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments about this, again, go to our Facebook group. It's onlinecourseCreationSummit.com/Facebook. We'll get you to that place. Join it. It's free. You know, it's your group to discuss these things. So if you're not already on that, highly recommend going over there so that you can discuss these interviews, ask some of the presenters questions, because some of them are able to be in the group. And if not, you can always ask questions, and someone like myself will come in and give whatever guidance I can. Happy to do that for you. And yeah, so that's the summary of today. And let's move on here to talk about the contest. So with our contest, as you know or may not know, every day we are giving away a special prize that our speakers and our presenters and speakers from the Online Course Creation Summit have gifted us generously. There are over $10,000 worth of prizes here, and we have so much cool stuff going on. So all right, let me see here. Where are we? I'm just bringing it up. Well, I probably should say that we have the way that you participate in this contest. You can go to onlinecourseCreationSummit.com/contest to find out more information. And basically, cool. Okay, just checking that out. Basically, all you need to do to enter the contest is to share our link to the summit, onlinecourseCreationSummit.com, with the hashtag Course Creation Summit. Just share both of those things on either Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And each time you share it, we can find it because of the hashtag. And what we do is we take those and we add you into basically a raffle, a random generating raffle kind of thing. I don't know what to call it, but we add your name, and each time you share it, we add it in there. So it just keeps on growing and growing. You can share it every day and you'll get more entries in it. And basically what I'm going to do right now in just a minute here is to pick a lucky winner from the random generator here. So from people that have entered into the contest. So we've already gathered your names. I'm just going to check the chat before we do, in case there are any questions so far. Oh, it looks like I've been disconnected because I wasn't I was on idle there. So, okay, great. All right, looks good on the chat. So today's prize, who is ready to hear about today's prize? I know you want to know which one it is. They're all so good. The whole list of prizes, by the way, is on the the contest page, onlinecoursecreationsummit.com/contest. And today's prize, up next, we have something I so wish that I could have, because it's something that I am paying for every year, but I'm so glad to pay for it because it's totally worth it. It is lifetime access to the Webinar Jam. You're going to get a lifetime account to Webinar Jam, which is a cutting edge webinar platform that basically allows you to do everything that you would need to create webinars, to create trainings that people can register for with their email and their name. You create a whole series of events and you broadcast live like we're doing here through Google Hangouts. But Webinar Jam wraps it all up into one place, so you can set up as many webinars as you'd like. Almost as simple as setting up something like a Facebook event. I mean, it's a little more than that, especially the first time, but really it's just, it walks you through the process. When is the webinar? What's the time? Boom, boom, boom. And in the end, you get a link that you can send out to people, and it is incredible. It does replays for you. It does there's a chat embedded. You can even put in offers if you're selling your program. You can sell the webinars themselves. It has it built into that. You know, it does so much more than that, more than I can say right now, but I personally love it and use it and have used it to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars with the launches that I've done in the past. So definitely you want to check out Webinar Jam if you haven't already. And one lucky person is going to get the lifetime access to Webinar Jam, which Donna Fox has brought to us. She's a speaker, I believe, next week. I have to check the list, but I think she's speaking next week. And Donna Fox and Webinar Jam have donated this to us. And it's crazy because you can't even buy it. You can't buy a lifetime access. Like if you go to buy it right now, you'll basically have to pay by the year, and it's totally worth it to do that. But they're giving away lifetime access. So very, very cool that they're doing that. And who's ready? Who's ready to do it? I'm ready. So what I'm going to do is, again, remember, I've got all of your names. If you've entered the contest via social sharing, if you followed the instructions, especially posting the Course Creation Summit hashtag, that's something that some people may have been forgetting. If not, I can't find it. But you really do need to put the onlinecoursecreationsummit.com link in there as well. So share that as many times as you want to enter. We've already gathered up everything from since the beginning, since originally before the summit, all the way up until now. We've got everyone here in the contest random picker. That's what the thing's called. Anyway, okay, so here we go. You ready? I'm going to push the drawing here. Oh, and it said page not found. That's probably because it was sitting there for a while. Just give me a second. It logs you out if you're not in it long enough. So, okay, false start. All right, and all right, here we go. Boom. 1, 2, 3. It says please wait. All right, now I get to click to see results. Oh my gosh, who is it going to be today? We will see. Oh shoot, we have a winner, and this is kind of funny. I actually have to look it up, but it is Dan from Texas. That's the information that I have here stored in the quiz. So Dan, you know, Dan's actually been he has been engaging with us during live streams almost daily, but it seems like he's not able to be with us today. But he's going to be excited to hear that he just won a lifetime access account to Webinar Jam today. Congratulations, Dan. I'm going to find you right now. I'm going to go get your contact information from within our database, and we will reach out to you shortly after this. And so, yeah, what an awesome prize. Totally jealous of you, just like everyone else. You know, and on that note, we've given away incredible prizes. Marisa Murgatroyd's website in a weekend course, $2,000 course. We gave away ticket to Entrepalooza 2016, and that's a $700 and up event conference happening in Santa Barbara, California. What else did we give away so far? We gave away a ticket to the Great E-Course Adventure Trail Pass and coaching session with Brad and Andy at the Great E-Course Adventure. And we have also given away on our launch party one of the 3 tickets that we have to Confidence on Camera online course. We have 2 more of those. That's with Alexa Fisher. You can find more about all these prizes on onlinecoursecreationsummit.com/contest. But last, again, I just want to recommend that you keep sharing out there and keep adding yourself to the drawing, and that way you will get more entries in there. So with that, again, I just want to thank you all for joining me for this Online Course Creation Summit live stream day 4. Make sure you check out day 4's interviews before they expire tomorrow. And and just keep on chatting us in the Facebook group. Let's keep discussing your courses, your course ideas, the courses you're working on, the courses you've already created and want some more ideas on how to market it successfully or some help with that. We're doing all those things in the Facebook group. So just again, thanks so much for joining us today, and we look forward to catching you on the live stream tomorrow on Friday the 10th. Just keep in mind that on the weekend, we're not going to be doing live streams as far as I have planned, but we'll be back with the live stream on Monday. So we have Friday coming up, skipping the weekend, and then we're going coming back to the live stream on Monday. So look forward to seeing you then, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, have a good one, you guys. Cheers. Bye now.